Hello folks, this is Loan Estes and I'm making an Elden Ring Demake. Welcome to Devlog 2. If you haven't watched Devlog 1, I highly recommend that you do because I outline everything about this project in that video. In Devlog 2, I'll be making the Grafted Scion, animating it, and then making the arena where you fight it. So, without any further ado, let's get started. To start off, the first thing I did was to get reference pictures, as the Grafted Scion isn't a major boss, or that popular amongst the fandom. I didn't have much to go on in terms of good quality fan art. So I settled for this picture, which is most probably the concept art from the game itself. I'm not really sure. Anyways, I started drawing the Grafted Scion. I tried to get as many of the details from the reference as I could onto my pixel art version, and once I was satisfied with the results, I moved on to the animation. Okay, so this is where I hit a wall, so to speak. I'm not Walt Disney and I don't know anything about animation. It was one thing to animate the character. I just used SNES sprites to do them, but the Grafted Scion with all of its limbs and all these other appendages is a whole nother ball game. I tried to look up a few tutorials online. That just made things complicated. If only there was an app that could help me turn my pixel art into a 3D model that I could then animate. Oh wait, there is an app that does this exact, really specific thing. Enter Smack Studio. And if you're wondering, no, I have not been sponsored by them. Although I wouldn't mind if they did. Dude. Just make sure to dismember your character into smaller bits, as you will be rebuilding this character limb by limb inside the game. Once you are done rebuilding your character, the program will generate a 3D model of all the different parts with an educated guess. And then you can animate the resulting 3D model in their character editor. How cool is that? After I'm done importing my art and animating them, I export all of the different animations as PNG sprites. Although Smack Studios does cut my work in half, it still makes mistakes as it's not perfect. So I had to then go into the individual sprites and fix the mistakes. It was tedious work, but happy with the results. And with that, we are done animating the Grafted Scion, and we can move on to the battle arena. Just like with the Grafted Scion, I start by collecting reference pictures. I use Photoshop's layer feature to keep the ground, the base, the statue, the foliage, and the skybox separate, as I need to rebuild the scene inside Unity using different layer hierarchy to ensure that the picture doesn't look flat and weird. Once I'm done with the arena itself, I then decide on animating the foliage. Animating foliage isn't that complicated, but it is tedious work, so I take the help of this really nifty tool called Juice Effects that I got from itch.io. I use that to animate the trees, the grass, and everything in between. Once I'm satisfied with how the arena looks, I export everything into Unity and then rebuild the scene inside Unity. And this is the final product. And that brings us to the end of this devlog. If you stuck around until the end,
you're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
In the next devlog, I will be making the battle system for the game as well as the remaining art, and that would be the last and final devlog before I release the video game trailer and showcase. Please subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on that. If you like this video, like and comment. If you have any suggestions or thoughts on this project, please share them with me in the comment section below. See you guys soon for devlog 3, but until then, goodbye.